Hi, this is going to be a quick video before you guys do your practice today on distributing and factoring. So distributing we have gone through quite a bit in class. So we'll do a quick example. Go ahead and write this one on your notes. So we'll do 3 times 2x minus 5. And if we distribute here, we are going to do 3 times 2, which is 6x, and 3 times negative 5, which is negative 15. And I want us to think about story when we solve word problems. So if I go from here to here, what we're doing is distributing. And if I go the opposite way, like story, how we undo the operation on the bottom, how we undo distributive property is by factoring. So if we have an example of factoring, this will be, we'll put that in box 1 on your notes, and this will be in box 2. An example of factoring would say, if I have 10x minus 5, we're going to figure out what number it is we can take out of 10 and 5. Well, a common factor is 5. So if I take 5 out of my equation, 10 divided by 5 is 2x, minus 5 divided by 5 is 1. And again, we can always distribute to double check because they're opposites. 5 times 2x is 10x, 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. And that does check out, and it matches with our original equation. So I just found this visual that I drew up here, and I think that this really helps to understand the difference between, not the difference, but the relationship between factoring and distributing. So that's one thing we want to remember before we do our notes. The second is when we do distribute with a negative number, we do want to be careful. So we're on number 3. This will be number 3 in your notes. And then 4. So number 3, we're going to look at distributing negative 3 times 4x minus 7. If there's a negative, we do want to make sure we distribute that along with any number that is in front. So here we're going to multiply negative 3 times 4. And remember, when we do multiply or divide with negative numbers, we can think of our triangle. So negative 3 times positive 4, negative 12, bring down our x. And then negative 3 times negative 7, negative times negative is positive, 3 times 7, 21. So just be careful when you have the negative, nothing new, but we just want to double check. One more negative is, what if we just have a negative outside our parentheses? If we have this, we're still going to distribute, and we can make this a negative 1, if that helps. Negative 1 times negative 3. Negative times negative is positive. 1 times 3 is 3. So we have 3x. And negative 1 times positive 2. Negative times positive, negative. 1 times 2, 2. And there's our answer there. Okay, we have one last type of problem, and then you guys will start working on your practice problems. So here's question number 5. And I'm going to draw a rectangle and give us some dimensions. So our rectangle is here. And our sides are 4x minus 6 and 3. And if question 5 asks you to find the area of our rectangle, we know that to find area, we do length times width. And we can label our picture. Here's our length. Here's our width. So if I'm doing length times width, my length is 4x minus 6. all of that whole side length, times 3. Well, now this looks similar to distributive property. I'm going to flip my 3 and my parentheses around so it looks like our normal distributive property. And then to find the area, we just simply need to distribute. 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times -6, -18. And that would be the area of our rectangle. And if it asks for perimeter, we would simply just add up all of our sides. You do not have to write this one down, but if it asks for perimeter, we would do 4x minus 6 plus 4x minus 6 plus 3 plus 3. Kind of squished it in there. And we could combine like terms. So we would have 8x minus 6 plus 3 would simply be minus 6. And there is our perimeter. That was really quick. Feel free to watch it again throughout the notes if you want to go back and double check something. So go ahead and make sure you have those 5 problems written down. Flip your worksheet over, and your goal is to finish 6 of the 7 problems.